In this video, I'm going to talk about the BEWISER S1020 monitor arm stand and how it connects to my Samsung G9 Odyssey 57-inch monitor, which is a big monitor. I'm going to show you how easy it was to install. One issue I had, which wasn't the fault of the monitor arm, but of my desk. And I'll show you how to do cable management through the two guides it has, and how to adjust the monitor to get it just right for you. So here's the monitor, and I'll use torch to show you the stand. So as you can see, the stand does come up quite a long way. So my desk is 74 centimeters or 29 inches deep, and as you can see, the stand goes right to the back and it comes all the way over here, and it's actually fine. I don't need a deeper desk at all. When I sit here, the my arm is well, the monitor is about an arm's length away, which is fine when I type. So 29 inches or 74 centimeters is fine for the depth. However, as you can see, it does use up, well, it does limit the space here. So if I want my Stream Deck here, for example, the Stream Deck has to be at an angle, whereas I would prefer it if it was straight on like this. So what we'll do is we'll take out the stand and replace it with the BEWISER arm. First, let's try a typing test. Basically, there's no wobble, which is good. So in normal operation or normal usage, there's no wobble at all. Let's now try bashing the table. Okay, so with that, there is actually some wobble. So this is when you maybe bash your wrists on the table or just move around, you will see some wobble. And hopefully it's noticeable on the camera. It does wobble around a bit, but actually it's not too distracting, because most of the time you just be typing. And when you do bash the table by mistake, it's only for a few seconds, and then it stops, and you kind of know not to do that. And in general usage, it's not an issue. So the BEWISER S1020, here it is. Note here it says the S1020 is compatible with the Samsung 57-inch Odyssey. That's not entirely clear on the website, so it is true. Here it is. So let's open it up and see what's inside. So instructions, good to have. It comes in black or white. I do prefer black components, really, because if it's white, it draws your eye. I want things that are black, so I'm not attracted to them visually. I want to see the screen and the visuals on the screen, not my peripherals, but it's personal preference. So these are items that come with it. The clamp for your desk. Not too big, actually. This is what the monitor will clamp into there. So this goes on the arm. That is one part of the arm, and it has cable management in here. The cable runs through here to here. And the other part of the arm, which is fairly heavy, not too heavy. Not too bad. And then screws and Allen keys. One other thing you do need is this. So this came with the monitor. It allows you to attach the monitor. So basically this here goes into the monitor like that, and you attach this to the wall if your monitor to be wall mounted. But I haven't needed to use this yet because I'm using the desk stand. So you need that. Right, let's assemble it. Okay, right. So when I fitted the arm, I encountered an issue. Not with the arm itself, but with the desk. Let me show you. So my desk is quite unusual in the fact that it's got a metal mesh here and then wood. And as you can see from the mount here, the arm, the mount goes about this far in, and what was happening was the pivot point was the metal here, which is not very strong. So it was pushing down onto here, and with the weight of the mount plus the monitor, it would have broken the desk. So I called a pensioner. My dad came over, and he made up this mount here, the wooden plinth, above and below the desk, and we've actually drilled holes through the desk in 2 points, and now this is rock solid. After doing that, we were able to fit the mount, and as you can see, it's on. Okay, let's do a quick walk around. So this is the front view, which looks nice. And let's go around. You can see I've tried to light it up using 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. So around here, the interesting side, it's clamped at the bottom, and it does have rubber feet or a rubber mat above and below the clamp itself, so it won't damage the desk you're clamping it to. Inside the base mount, in there, there's a screw you can tighten. It's all double Allen keys, which is good, so you don't strip the screws. But there's an Allen key inside of there, which you can adjust to loosen or strengthen the movement of this arm here for your sideways movement. There is one here, which makes it stronger or weaker for the top arm movement that way. And the one here adjusts the up and down movement, how much strength you want in that. And then over here, 1 second. This one here adjusts the tilt, which is the monitor front and back, like that. So those are the adjustments. As you can see, the monitor arm is very well made, and it's very strong and very supportive. The monitor doesn't move once it's in place. Just do make sure you tighten all the Allen keys very well. When I first did it, the monitor, well, I had it all in place, it all looked good, and I checked on it an hour later and it had dropped a bit. So just had to go around and tighten a few things, and then it was all solid. I've had this like this for over a day now, and it's all fine. The arm does appear to be very well made, with no burrs or markings at all on it, and the paint is a very good finish. The indications, like the plus minus here, are very clear and well defined. Another thing I like is the cable mounting. So it's got 2 cable tunnel points here. One is here, and the second is here. So both of these come off. This one at the top, you push, you just slide it off, and this one here, you pinch, then the whole thing comes off. That makes it really easy to truncate all the cables through here. For this next part of the video, the monitor will look a bit washed out. That's just because I've got a light shining on it there. So you can see through to the, well, see me, and through to the stand. So if I go dead center of the monitor, trying to get some light on it, you'll see the center of the monitor is here, the Samsung logo is, and the actual stand itself is to the left. It's quite far to the left. So you need to be aware of that when you set up the monitor. I guess you can have it to the left or to the right, but it won't be dead center if you have it like this. Just to show you how much extension I have on here. So the first monitor arm, remember there are 3 pieces, base, 1 and 2. The first base is there to the left. Again, this is the center. So just get the camera there. So there is the base. You've got the arm, which in my case goes left, part 1. Part 2 goes over itself to here, which is that far over, and then the head here, and that fits into the VEWISER mount point of your monitor. So just beware, when you place the monitor arm, it won't be dead center. One other important thing to note is because the power cable is now routed through the arm, it won't actually reach my power socket. So you see down there, my power sockets are in the air. I'm going to need to buy a longer power cable, which is not much of an issue because it's a standard power cable, but just something to be aware of. So if I repeat the wobble test that I did earlier, if I just start typing, there's no wobble at all. If I bash the desk with my wrists, there's a bit of wobble. It's about the same or maybe slightly worse than just the stand. But again, it's not an issue because you know when you're doing it, and normal use doesn't matter. It's fine, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it at all. And if I bash the desk, yeah, again, it's about the same or slightly worse than just the stand, but again, it's not an issue. So if I bash it now, fairly hard, it's still wobbling, but you just wait a few seconds and it stops. So really, normal operation, not an issue. I am happy from a wobble point of view. And then if I do touch the top of the monitor, like so, it's just like bashing the desk, it wobbles for a bit, a few seconds and stops. So not an issue. And it, as you can see from the distance here, it's just under a finger between the Night and the Samsung logo. If I bash it gently, well, it's wobbling a bit, and it's not lowering at all, so it's not like the whole monitor's going to come down at all. It's there, it's sturdy, it's safe. So conclusions, should you buy one? Well, I'm glad I did. I was able to replace this stand with a monitor arm, which took up no space on my desk. And although I did have issues with my desk, that is something you should check for yourself. I was able to overcome that with a bit of wood and some help from my dad. So he was able to help me out and get it sorted. And I think it looks good. It is definitely well made. It wasn't too hard to put up at all. It's quite easy. Just make sure the Allen keys are tightened up very tightly. You'll see if it does start to droop. Check it, well, once it's all set up, check it after an hour, see if it's dropped at all. Check it after a few more hours, see if it's dropped again. And if it does drop, tighten it up and you'll be okay. I decided to buy it through Amazon rather than the BEWISER website, just because the BEWISER company is in America. And when I purchased through Amazon, I knew I'd have that safety net of if there were any issues, I'd be able to take it back to Amazon, no questions asked. And it took 6 days to come from Amazon, California to Milton Keynes. So 6 days is pretty good. And that's it really. I'm happy with it. Like I said, it comes in black or white. The preference is yours. I just prefer black because it's kind of transparent. You don't sort of notice it. I like to see the monitor. If you were in an office environment or somewhere where you can see the back of your computer and monitor, the white might look nicer, so it's up to you. But yes, if you do want to go for it, I'll put a link in my description below if you want to use the Amazon link. That will help me out as a small creator. If you've liked this content, please follow me because I'm going to be discussing other tips and tricks I have for this monitor. First of all, how I found the monitor, do I like it or not? Short answer is yes. And how I use items like the Elgato Stream Deck with fancy zones and other tools to make the most out of the monitor. You see I've got positionings here. That's all done via hotkeys and shortcuts. So if you want to learn more about that, give me a like, give me a follow, and drop a comment below to tell me what you want to see.